Today I want to share with you an all drugstore morning skincare routine. And this isn't just affordable products that you could buy at various websites. I wanted to make this routine easy for those of you who don't like internet shopping, but you want to just walk into your local CVS or your Walmart and pick these products up. Now, of course, if you're like me and you love online shopping and you would rather shop these products online, I will leave the shopping links down below this video, as I always do. So to start every skincare routine, I always pull my hair up completely out of my face. And every time I do a skincare routine, I bring everything I use on my face, for the most part, down my neck, my chest, and on my shoulders as well. So of course we can't wear this robe while we're doing our skincare routine. But don't worry, I actually have something on. I know when I do other videos for skincare and I have this little Velcro towel robe on, people are like, do you even have anything on? Because this is all you see, and people are wondering like, what on earth is she doing? The very first step every morning, every evening, is I cleanse my face. Now, many people don't use an actual cleanser in the morning if their doctor tells them just to splash with water. But for me, I always use a cleanser. This is one I really like. This is by Garnier. This is newer. This is their gentle, sulfate-free cleanser. It says it gently foams to remove oil, impurities, and makeup for soft, healthy looking skin. And it says it's great for all skin types, even sensitive skin. But what I like is it has no soap, no alcohol, and it is fragrance free. After I cleanse my face, I always leave my face really damp. But I always like to dry my eyes, so I just take a brand new, and I just use a little washcloth. I don't use the same towel that everybody in the bathroom is using to dry off their grimy hands. So I always put a clean towel to my face. After I cleanse, I like to use a treatment product, perhaps a vitamin C serum or some type of an antioxidant before I move on to the next step. Here are a few options that you might want to look into for your skin. If you like vitamin C, this is a really nice vitamin C product from Neutrogena, but there's a new one by the brand No. 7, and I saw it in Walgreens, and I read the ingredients, and I thought, well, these just look similar, but the No. 7 ones are tons cheaper. But this is their Rapid Tone Repair 20% vitamin C serum, and this has 30 serum capsules in it. This is a vitamin C that has L-ascorbic acid in it. Now, if you're like me, most L-ascorbic acid vitamin C serums will give me pimples and it will start to burn my skin. And I know many of you have that same issue. So there are different forms of vitamin C that can be used if you have more sensitive skin, or if you suffer from acne like I do. We don't want to use things that might trigger our acne to get worse. But many of you are completely fine using an L-ascorbic acid. And there are some brands that feature their L-ascorbic acid that I actually can easily use. However, Neutrogena, even though this is drugstore, I don't find this to be that affordable, so I probably wouldn't get this one. I would get the No. 7 one because the ingredients are identical. But what I do like about this, I don't put this on my face. I've tried it and my face was like, what have you done? But what I like is these are these like single little pods full of the serum. So you can't get any fresher than this because I'm not exposing it to air, light, and all of that constantly. It's nice and secure in here. So that's one thing with L-ascorbic acid. If you've ever bought a serum and then like a couple months later it turns completely brown, because this will oxidize very easily. So having it in these, cute little pods makes it, not oxidize as fast. I don't want to waste it, and I'm not going to put it on my face, but I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation here from probably not reapplying my sunscreen enough. And so I'm just gonna put the vitamin C right here. This just feels like a cream. It's not thin, watery texture, and it has some silicone in it, so it's got that nice slip. But again, if your skin is not sensitive to it, this would be beautiful to use on your face to help brighten any pigmentation that you have, and will help build collagen. And it's just, L-ascorbic is a beautiful antioxidant to help prevent that free radical damage. It absorbs in and it just feels super soft and silky. This is an option if you're like me, and I don't really have sensitive skin, but again, L-ascorbic can cause me to break out. This is one with a form of vitamin C called sodium ascorbyl phosphate, and I really enjoy it. And while it might not be as potent, in my opinion, as L-ascorbic, I think this works really nicely. This is by the brand Olay. This is their Tone Perfection Serum with B3 and vitamin C. So choose your antioxidant, or choose which vitamin C serum that you want to use. But not only does this have the more gentle form of vitamin C in it, this also has a high amount, high up in the ingredients of niacinamide, and it also has glycerin. So this is really nice for hydration, for that glow, for brightening the spots on your face, and for helping that skin barrier. This also can be found at most drugstores, but I just personally, I don't know, what are your thoughts on a lot of drugstore skincare? I don't feel that this brand, Olay and Neutrogena, I feel like their prices are really going up. Actually, a lot of skincare products at the drugstore, their prices are going up. But I feel like a lot of the packaging is like getting smaller and smaller. I don't know, you know, sometimes drugstore products, even though they seem to be more affordable when you look at price per ounce and of course the ingredients, you know, do they really save us money in the long run? Some of them, absolutely yes. But there are some things that I do think is just kind of marketing hype and makes the average consumer think they're saving a lot of money when in turn they're not getting great ingredients or they're having to buy more and more of the product. So this will be my treatment step or my antioxidant step that I'm going to use today. And the very third option, if you say, you know, I love vitamin C, but I can't use any of them. I have super duper sensitive skin and I just need things that calm and hydrate my skin. This product right here I think is better than a lot of high-end products for calming and hydrating. This is by Aveeno. This is their Calm and Restore Triple Oat Serum. This is fragrance-free and it has their prebiotic oat in it, and it says it instantly smooths the skin and fortifies the moisture barrier. I'm not a huge fan of this applicator having to push it down and only like, you know, one little drop comes out. So I'll just do this maybe about 2 or 3 times just so I can get enough for my neck and chest. This is a beautiful serum. They also have a moisturizer, which I know a lot of people love as well, but I love this serum, especially if you are a Retin-A user and your skin's really sensitive and kind of burns and is irritated. Try something like this that has oat, that has the calming ingredients in it, and it's got the glycerin. It has like such a beautiful slip. It almost feels kind of slimy, but then once it soaks into your skin, it just gives you this beautiful glow, and it really does calm everything down. If you want, you could use this before your vitamin C serum, or you could layer it after your vitamin C serum as well. But do you see how this just instantly gives my skin this beautiful glow? It's healthy and it just feels so good on the skin. The very next step is using a moisturizer. Since it's morning time, I don't want to use like a super thick, heavy moisturizer for my skin, but I do want to kind of seal it all in and get those ceramides to help protect my lipid barrier. This is a drugstore moisturizer that I love, almost as good, if not better, than most higher end or medical grade moisturizers. This is by the brand Vanicream. This is their daily facial moisturizer. This brand Vanicream, and especially this moisturizer, is one that is highly recommended by many dermatologists, and for a good reason. It is an amazing moisturizer. This not only has hyaluronic acid, it also has 5 different ceramides in it, as well as squalane and glycerin. And you could really be done with your skincare routine right there and move on to your sunscreen, of course, since it is daytime. But for me, I always like to use an additional eye cream. This is completely optional. You don't have to do this. You know, the Vanicream moisturizer works great as an eye cream, but I always like to layer, and I do want to add another cream just around my eyes. This is a really good one from the drugstore. This is by e.l.f. This is their Holy Hydration Eye Cream, and this also has hyaluronic acid and peptides in it. This is a nice lightweight eye cream to use during the day. It looks really beautiful underneath concealer, but the jar is empty, and I'm going to show you why. I am not a huge fan of jar packaging. There are some things like for body products that I don't mind in a jar, and there's only one product that comes in a jar that I love using on my face. But everything else that goes on my face that's in a jar, I don't know, I just have this weird thing about scooping in a jar, and even if I'm using a clean spatula, I just don't want to do that. And I don't want to keep opening and closing it and exposing the products to air and light. So what I did is on Amazon, I found these little airless pump jars. And so what I did is I transferred this, which I could probably buy 2 of them and put in this size. I transferred this into this airless pump. These were so inexpensive. So if you have other products that you're like, oh darn, I don't want to expose it to air and light, and I don't want to scoop my finger, look at how amazing this is. You just press down and the product comes out, and this way you never have to put your grimy fingers in it, and it's never going to get exposed to air and light. The great thing is once this is empty, you can wash this out and reuse it and put another product in it. Of course, you don't need to pump it out 3 times for an eye cream. I just wanted to show you how it works. And I'll just put a little leftover on my lip. So basically, I just cleansed my face with a gentle cleanser. I used an antioxidant serum or a calming type of serum, or I could mix the antioxidant serum with the Aveeno calming serum. And then I moisturize my under eyes and my face. And then of course the most important step is a sunscreen. These are two sunscreens that I chose for this video today because these are really good sunscreens from the drugstore. The very first sunscreen is this one by Olay. This is their SPF 30 all mineral sunscreen with zinc oxide, and this says it's more of a hydrating and moisturizing sunscreen. I don't find it to be super hydrating and moisturizing, so if you have more dry skin, you might want to do what I did and use a moisturizer first before you apply it. But this is a beautiful sunscreen. It is an all mineral with 17.5% zinc oxide. It has a white tint to it at first, but it really rubs in and looks absolutely beautiful under makeup and does not leave a white cast. And then the other sunscreen that I'm really enjoying from the drugstore is by Cetaphil. This is their Sheer Mineral Face Liquid Sunscreen. This is also an all mineral sunscreen, but this is an SPF 50 and it is water resistant for up to 80 minutes. I'm going to use this one today because I really enjoy this one under makeup. And this one has 12% zinc oxide in it. And same thing with this one. It comes out white, but as you rub it in your face, and as you can see, I use a lot of sunscreen because I want proper protection. But after you rub it in, it barely leaves a white cast. Now, this is not something I would probably use if I'm not going to wear makeup, but I love to use this underneath my makeup, especially if my foundation might be a little too dark, because it kind of helps tone it down, but it gives me a really beautiful finish underneath my makeup. So I'll go drink a cup of coffee or do something before I put on my makeup, and by the time I'm ready to put on my makeup, it won't have hardly any of this white cast. So don't be discouraged if you see this little hint of white cast that you see on my skin. Again, I'm not going to use this if I'm not going to wear makeup because it, still has that little tint of white cast to it, but this has amazing protection. It will dry down to kind of like a natural finish. And if you want a really good sunscreen that's not thick and heavy underneath makeup, this is a great sunscreen for that. And you can pick it up at your drugstore. And that's it. So you could make this routine super duper simple by just cleansing your face or splashing it with water, using your antioxidant serum, maybe adding a moisturizer and an eye cream, and of course the most important step, your sunscreen. You don't have to use 20, 30, 40 different products, and again, they don't have to be ridiculously expensive. Use what is in your budget and use what works best for your skin type. If you're not subscribed to my channel, but you would like to be, I would absolutely love to have you here. Just look down below and tap on that subscribe button. And if you do like affordable drugstore skincare videos, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.